Hi and welcome back to Within a Budget. I'm Paula and today I have actually received my Temu order. I've not shopped with these before, so do you know what? I thought we'd just open it up together and you could see what I got and sort of give you an idea on the quality of their products and things like that. So I'll tell you all the prices afterwards. I'm not going to say individually how much things cost, but if you do want to know the price of anything, I say you can just comment down below and I'll get back to you with an exact price for that item. But otherwise, I'll give you like the grand total at the end. But yeah, I'm just going to dive straight on in and I will start showing you what we got. I always worry when opening parcels with scissors whether you're like actually going to cut something from inside. So hopefully it will be all okay. Right, let's see what we got. Oh, well, that doesn't give you much of a clue, does it? So we'll open this one up. Oh, I actually ordered some eyeshadows. I'll see what those are like, but yeah, so first impressions looks all right. So moving along, I got an lip and eyeliner pencil. I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? It depends on how it lasts and how long it sort of stays on for as to whether you think these are any good. But I mean, for the price of them, I couldn't sort of turn them down. And then I got another one. So the first one, that was a black one. And then I've got a brown one here. So that's all right. Gadgets. This is the problem with these types of shops. I say you just end up buying really weird things. So this is like a little portable lamp. It is, but it looks, it's a little bunny rabbit. Although when I ordered it, it was meant to be a mouse. So I don't know if this is going to be any different inside. And yes, it is. So take that out of there. I'm going to keep this all together because I know myself I'll end up either throwing it in the bin or just losing it all together. So this is a little portable mouse. Lamp, not a mouse. Yeah, so I do play bingo and it's a little bit dark in the room, so this will be absolutely perfect for lighting up my books. I say it was really cheap and cheerful. It wasn't even £2, I don't believe. I say, if anybody wants any prices, just let me know. And yeah, I'll let you know. But I say it's really good because you could just, it's positioned not very well, but you just kind of plug it in, you can charge it up. So it's not a battery one by the looks of it. I say you do it as and when you need it. Right, so what other things did I grab? Oh, the box looks a little bit squash, but hopefully it will be okay. So this is a little, well, it says garlic machine, but when I ordered it and was looking at it, it sort of said it was like a mini chopper. So I mean, I very often have to do breadcrumbs and there is nothing worse than having to get out the blender for it. As I say, it's always at the back of my cupboard. That might be more an organising thing than a problem with actually getting out the blender. But I mean, it's just so big as well, and trying to wash it all up afterwards. I just thought, do you know what? If this actually works and does a good job, it would save me a lot of hassle. I'm going to take this one out. I say the blades, it's not attached together. I'm not going to touch it because I say by the looks of it that is taped in there to kind of try and protect. So yeah, oh, is it taped? No, I'm going to put that down, but I will be careful with that. So how does that go on? It's really simple, isn't it? Just that one there. So line it up. Oh, it's not going to because of the blades. I'm not going to push it. So this, again, it's one that There we go, there's your charging point. So yeah, just charge it up. I say it depends on if you can use it whilst it's charging, because obviously I don't know, whenever I make my recipes and I actually need it, I only do like plan my meals a week in advance. I'm not going any more than that. I don't understand how people can plan like a month in advance. I'm just not that organized. So yeah, that wouldn't work for me, but good on you, do you know what I mean? So I'm going to pop that one there. I thought that was a really good sort of try. What else did we get? Right, okay. So I got this one. This is hopefully to try and make you guys a little bit steadier. I mean, at the minute you're on a bigger sort of stand, but when I'm doing my meals of the week and things like that, trying to put it on the side and whilst I'm cooking, it can get a little awkward. So I grabbed this one. Ooh, I don't want to break it and just pull things because I'm that person. Like, I don't read instructions. I will literally just charge on in and then ask questions afterwards. Yeah, it annoys my husband to no end. But yeah, so I say I'll have a look at that and sort of see. I mean, it looks okay if you can see that stood there. I mean, it just might make you a bit steadier when I'm trying to do my meals of the week. And I say I've noticed that you do tend to get a little bit steamed up as well, because it's normally right over the frying pan that I'll put you as well. So hopefully that will help you guys be able to see it a bit better. But I mean, yeah, until I've actually sort of tried it out. Oh, that's spring. So yeah, I mean, if you see that. So I mean, yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I mean, it looks all right to start with. And then what else did I get? I actually got a lipstick. So I'll take this one out. Or let's do, is that one coming off? I mean, I don't wear lipstick very often, and I think, to be honest, it was one of those like, oh, I like the colour of that, I like the look of that, I'll put it on. But whether it just goes into the drawer and doesn't get used, I say it might not, but I say it wasn't a huge amount and I was quite happy to just sort of try these out. So that is my first bag done, and I'm just going to open up the next one and we will see what else we got. I hope you can see all of this okay. I'm just going to have a look. I think you can. Yeah. So again, I'll try and be really careful with the scissors, because I say if I break it, it's my fault. But if it turns up broken without my help, I would be returning it. I think that's fine enough, I think. Right, okay, my shops, it's totally random. So I'm just going to dive in and show you what I got. So these, I thought, these looked really good. It's more for my daughter. So they're Whiteboard pens. And there was a little spoon in there. And by the looks of it, if I haven't been fooled by their like really good advertising, by the looks of it, she can draw pictures onto the spoon and then put the spoon into some water, and the pictures will then be floating on the top. And I say she will absolutely love that. So I thought that was a really good idea. Like I say, if it works in theory. But I mean, yeah, I'm going to keep them back either for Christmas or a birthday, just as a sort of like little stocking filler. So hopefully they work, because otherwise I'll be a little bit annoyed. So yeah, that was the first thing in this one. I say it's completely random. I don't know what order it's coming out in. I am just grabbing. Let's open this one. I have a feeling that this is an apron, but if it is, it's really horrible material. Yes, it is. Right, I don't know how well you can sort of see that. I saw the pictures and I thought it was really cute, but I say the material is really not nice. Yeah, I mean, I can't really show you much better than that. I say it's right there. Let's try and lay that down there maybe, if you can see that. So yeah, I just thought, you know what, a little Christmas apron. I say we do a lot of baking things in the kitchen, and I thought even for myself or my daughter to just sort of put on to protect what you're wearing, because let's be honest, the icing sugar and the flour, you can kind of end up covered in it, can't you, really? I say we do like to also make some biscuits and do some decorating, so I thought that would be good. I mean, it might soften up a little bit in the wash, but no, I don't think anything's going to change the material of it. So yeah, I'll decide about that one, whether I want to keep it or send that one back. But I still think the picture is really quite cute on it. So yeah, I'll decide. I'll work that one out. So next, oh, I think I know what this one is. Oh, that's really sticky. Right, so let's sneak into this one. Yeah, I thought it was. Right, so we'll put that there. So this was just a colouring book. I'm not going to lie, I myself like things like this. I do enjoy a bit of artsy crafty bits myself as well, and I just thought, you know what, this would be quite nice to do if my daughter was sat down doing some colouring, and then I could do a little bit alongside her, and I say she'd feel like we were doing stuff together. And that might sound really strange to some people, but yeah, I mean, you can just get lost in stuff like this. I think that depends on what kind of things you enjoy. I do like drawing and things like that. I'm not great at it, but I enjoy it, so there's a difference. I mean, it's like singing. I can't sing to save my life, but I love it. And yeah, you don't want to be in the car or the kitchen with me, because that's normally where it comes out. So yeah, that's all that one was just a little colouring book. So next thing is, I know what this one is as well. I should know what it is. I don't know why I keep saying that, because I ordered all of this. Right, when you go to Aldi or Lidl, I feel absolutely rushed at the tills. I know that that's their plan, that's their idea. They want you in and out as fast as they possibly can get you. So what I thought was, do you know what, this bag is, I don't know if you can see how big it is. I don't want to move the camera because I'm dropping bits on the floor now. Let's see if I can move you up just a smidgen for a minute. So I say, hopefully you can see that opens up really wide. And I just thought, do you know what, if I'm at the till, I can literally chuck stuff in my trolley and then just chuck it straight into the bag, and it would sort of pack it but still get it out their way really fast. So I mean, yeah, I'm happy with that one. That's just something that I'll keep in the car, and yeah, I say it's perfect for those kind of shops where they try and get you in and out as fast as you can, because I do like Aldi, but I'll be honest, I think that's partly what puts me off doing like a big shop there, because I don't know, I get a little bit stressed out if I feel rushed. I can't cope with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, I just don't like feeling rushed anymore. If I can't do something in my own pace, I don't want to do it. So yeah, we'll see. It might help me. Next, right, someone is going to be really happy with these. We have these already for my daughter. She has absolutely loved them so much. No matter how much you clean them now, they never look clean. And the insides are actually starting to come out. And yeah, there we go. It's really good, because if you had a younger child, you've got the string there. I know you could get your own string, but I say it comes with it. And there's little loops on the gloves here that you could, when they take them to school, the amount of gloves that we've lost at school, I say it's just an absolute nightmare. So you could put these down the arms of their coats and just tie it onto the gloves, and then when they take them on and off, it will just stay down the arms of their coats. But she loves it because it's the animal paws. I say, she's like, I'm a cat, I love it. And I say she's had them for so long now, they're just sort of I think they're a bit of a comfort thing for her now. So I say I thought I'd get her some new ones because they're looking definitely grubby, and she could do with a bigger pair. So yeah, that's what they are. Keep going. Right, I'm quite happy about this one, looking at it already. I'm going to open it up and take it out. I apologise for all the rustling as well. If it makes it hard to hear me, as there's not really a lot I can do about that unless I did a voiceover, but then you're not going to get my initial reaction. So get rid of that. Right, so I bought a rolling pin. I thought, like I said, we do a lot of baking bits, and I say making biscuits and things like that. There is quite a crack actually, that, or not a crack, it's where it's moulded together. There's quite a line, so I might actually end up with ingredients stuck in there. So I don't know. I said I'm not 100% convinced. I brought years ago one of the Christmas rolling pins, and it had like reindeers on it, and it was Father Christmas, snowmen. It was really, really nice, but the picture, rather than being raised up like these hearts were, it was sort of set down, and yeah, so it was set into the wood, but the thing was there was nothing on it to sort of protect the wood from going bad, but also like when the food starts going into these little delicate holes, it was like, well, it's not going to come out very nicely either. And I just didn't really like the idea of something wooden sat in my drawer, maybe going bad and festering in there. So I like the idea of this. I said I'd love to get a Christmas one if I could, like with reindeers on, but one that's actually raised and not wooden. But I saw this one and I thought, you know what, I think it was about £3, and I thought I'm gonna get one and just try it and see what it's like. Because I say I think the wooden one that I got before, it wasn't a cheap one. I say it wasn't a cheap one. I think it was about £20 it cost me. But I say I ended up not using it, and I actually gave it away for someone that does a bit of arts and crafts bits. So yeah, there's the end of that story. So it was a bit pointless. Moving on, I can't ice to save my life. I've got an icing pack out in the kitchen, and I say it just never goes well, and I'm always kind of like, oh well, I wonder if it's more because I haven't got the right stuff. So this is still not like an expensive set, obviously, and I don't think you would get sort of Lakeland quality on this kind of website, but it's better than the one that I've got. And I thought, you know what, it's coming to the time where we are going to start doing the biscuits again, because we do tend to do, we like to do gingerbread houses and decorate them, and like I say, biscuits, and they do decorate them. My son's not so into it anymore. I say he's older now, he doesn't particularly enjoy doing these things. He'd sooner be out with his friends, but my daughter still likes doing it, so I'm not going to stop just because one of them doesn't want to, but I'm not going to also force him to take part in something he doesn't actually enjoy doing anymore. There's no point. So yeah, moving on. This is actually a lot smaller than I thought it was. I'm a little bit shocked by this one actually. It was a little drawing pad. Like I say, me and my daughter, we both enjoy drawing, and I thought it would be like a bigger drawing pad. But do you know what? She'll still use this one because she's always got like pen and paper in her hand. I don't know what it is. She just loves it. I say you need things like that, don't you? Rather than the computers all the time. If you can get something like this that they enjoy doing, it's great. Oh, I'm going to knock that all over now. So yeah, that was not quite what I expected. A lot smaller than I expected, but maybe that's down to me not checking the sizes very well. So next I've got this. I have no idea what it is, so I can't even place what this one could be. No, I do now. Right, I only thought there was going to be one of them. I have to be honest, I'm a little bit shocked by this. It was, you know, when it's, yeah, everybody knows when it's raining and you've got your umbrella and you shake it out outside the shop, but then it's like, well, what do I do with it now? This is something, it's just like a little umbrella bag to keep in your handbag or something like that. So that when you come in from the shop or a cafe or anything, you can put your umbrella in there to stop everything getting soaking wet in your bag or in the car. And I say, you can just dry it out at home when you're done. But I say, I thought it was only one that I was ordering, but there's not. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So, I mean, whether they're meant to be disposable ones, I don't know. But me being me, I'm likely to just turn them inside out and dry them off, especially seeing as I got more than one. So it's not going to be a rush to get them dry because I'll have the others. So yeah, I'm happy with that. Do you see what I mean? I say I've brought a load of random stuff. I did warn you. Right, moving on. More crackling, I'm afraid. Right. So next, I don't think this is going to last very long. I might get annoyed with this and get rid of it. So it's a little, for when I'm cooking, I'm always taking a plate out of the cupboard just to put my spoons on. So that is what this is, but I say it's definitely something that I would have used, and I thought it was going to be a little bit sturdier than that, but I say, as you can see, it's just, yeah, it's a bit limp. So we'll see. It will keep the sides clean and stop me from taking out all the clean dishes. And I say it's nothing to chuck that in the sink at the end of the meals just to wash. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure I will use that one. So what else do we have? Right, I brought this. I'm not going to lie, I've just taken it out and it is a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be bigger to sort of sit on a door frame. I thought it was going to go on the one in the front room. I'm going to open it up and get it out, see if it's the designs on both sides or not. No. Oh, that's a bit sad. So you have to have it that way. That's a shame that it's not both ways, because I say if you wanted one for one side of the door and then one for the other, sorry, I didn't have that in shot then. Yeah, so if you wanted one for one side and then one for the other, but you can't because you can't turn it that way. That's not me being silly, is it? That is literally, yeah, if you wanted it on that side of the door, you got no picture. So it has to go on the right side of the door. Oh, I guess you could turn it. I would imagine the weight would pull it down. I could be wrong. It might work that way, but I wouldn't like to think of all that weight just on these little feet. I know it's in, yeah, at your own peril, bang your own walls. I won't be trying that one, but yeah, I mean, it's fine to go on a door frame. It just gives it a little something. They had a few different designs and I thought this one looked the nicest one, but it is, I'm going to say it is cheap and cheerful is where I'm going to go with that. It's not something that you'd be like super proud of, if you know what I mean, but it depends what you like, because when we first moved into our house, before we had the ceilings done, myself and my husband, we both, Christmas to us is, I don't know if you remember the foil decorations that used to go all over the ceilings. We absolutely love them. I do love them. Those to us are Christmas, and we did it when our kids were little. But now that the ceilings are done, I don't want to put the pinholes in there. So yeah, that's more me being a little bit tight. And I've tried using the like sticky tape that it's like pull it and then it just comes away, and it never seems to come off cleanly. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or what really, but I say it, we've had some on doors where I've put hooks on doors, and yeah, it's just always taken the paint off whenever I've taken them off, so I don't want to risk it on the ceilings. So moving on, the next thing I got is this. I thought it would be a nice little stocking filler. I'm going to open it, but I will put it back in there because I want to keep that one in its packet. So what it is watercolor paintings, and I thought they'd be really good for sort of in a stocking filler for my daughter again. And you're meant to just go over these and then be able to do the single painting, and there's one for each one, so you can kind of just get rid of it rather than having the paint palettes in. You could just tear out a picture and they could sit there and then do it. And there's little cuts down here, so you could remove the watercolor from it, and then I say if they want to keep it afterwards or do one for Nanny or Grandad or anything, they can give them away, because at least you won't feel guilty about throwing them in the bin later. But I mean, you can't keep everything, can you? They make you so many pictures and you just can't keep it all. I did actually see somebody online that I thought was a really good idea, and I wish I'd heard of it when the kids were younger. They actually took photos of all of their artwork and they put it all onto the computer in like a storage file, and I thought that was such a good idea because you just don't have room to keep all of the bits of paper. But do you know what, sometimes it's really lovely to keep. I say we've got some select bits, like when they've made the Christmas decorations at school, and I say they've got the year and everything on them. I say that's more a sentimental thing. But I say if you could take pictures of their artwork or some work that they're really proud of and then just upload it onto the computer, you can get rid of the original one, but at least then you've still got a copy that if you actually do want to go back and look over it, you can do. And yeah, I just think it would get rid of a lot of guilt through getting rid of it all. So yeah, I mean, I think my daughter is absolutely going to love this. I'm quite happy with this if it works well. So yeah, this is what that is. I'm going to pop that back. Oh, there's a little paintbrush in there as well, which I didn't quite realise, but I'm going to sneak that one back in there. Sorry, rustle again. There we go, we'll get rid of that one. Right, another thing. Do you know what? I don't even know how much is left in that bag. I'm just going and going, aren't I? Right. That's so noisy. Right, this is, how are we going to go? Is it that way? It's got to be the other way, isn't it? Oh, back here. There we go. That makes sense. That's sorry, bear with me. And then lift these up. So basically, I don't use a cookbook very often. It's normally you find a recipe online, but I do have some cookbooks that my mum has given me that, do you know what, I'm not going to get rid of, because there are some classic recipes in there that are just like favourites in our house. But when you put it on the side, you're always flicking back to the page because it shuts. So I thought, do you know what, I don't know if I'm going to use it, because I know that you can get nicer of these if you definitely use it. So my idea is I'm going to try this one, because it will fold up, it will just go away in the cupboard, and I say that it folds down and I don't have to worry about it. It's not taking up a lot of space. It can even go up with the cookbooks. But at least then I can work out if it is actually something that I do use and I use enough that warrants me putting more money into it. That is sometimes how I do things, because I mean, it's really easy to just kind of think, oh yes, I really need that, I will use it, and then you bring it home and you never use it again, and then you just feel like you've wasted your money completely. So yeah, I'm trying this one to see if I actually do need or would use a book stand. So yeah, that's what that one is. You can tell, I say we spend a lot of time in the kitchen. I'm a bit of a foodie. I say I do like my food. So yeah, back to Christmas. I'm going to take these out. Do they come out? Will they come out? You might be able to, yeah, let's get them out. These are for my daughter. I say, I'm going to stop until I know that you can hear me. I'm really sorry if this one has just annoyed you with all the packaging. As I said, there's not really a lot I can do about that. But yeah, we got some little Christmas earrings. I thought they were really quite cute. I say she'll be really happy with these. Yeah, I say they weren't a lot of money. I wouldn't let her leave these in for longer than a day. I'd kind of like, right, okay, you can change them, because otherwise, let's be honest, I say she's had even some Disney earrings and her ears have ended up turning green. So yeah, it's not good like that, is it? And then moving on, because I've just actually seen how long this video is, so I'm really, really sorry. I don't know if you're still here. If you are, wow, thank you. This one, I thought, do you know what, she's going to love it. It's a hairband, and she's got such a funny personality. She's a prankster. Like, I'll go to make the beds and there'll be a snake under the pillow or cockroaches under the sheets. Do you know what I mean? She is that kind of prankster, and she just loves stuff like this. So yeah, I thought it was a cute little thing. She can have a hairband, her ponytail through there, and then, or do a bun maybe, and he'll be sat on the back of her head, and she'll love it. Yeah. So there's that one. And you know what? We are getting to the end, I think. Right, stocking fillers again for Christmas. I'm going to open it. So I'll put it back in afterwards, because I am a little conscious about how long this has actually gone on for now. So I say this is just stick on the faces. Let's be honest, we all know who they are. So yeah, I just thought this was really good for sort of a stocking filler. We've started very much kind of, the kids have over the years had so many toys and things that they've asked for that's kind of been just like a 2-minute wonder thing, but they've not actually used them, and then they sit up in their room and they just end up going into the bin later on, or not into the bin if they're any good. Like, they would get passed on or over to a charity shop, or they try and sell some things. But yeah, things like that you can just do once and then you can get rid of them. I'm all for that. I say if it's sort of something that will come in the house, be done, and then leave the house, that's great. So next I brought these air fresheners. I say it's just the new car smell. Actually smells really nice. I say that's, I'm all right with that. I say, so there's one for each of us, so we'll pop that there. So I'm going to put that down a minute. I was sold on a gadget. I don't know if it's going to work or not. You know when you open a packet of crisps and then you're kind of like, don't want them all, but you know that if you leave them in the cupboard for too long, they're going to go bad. This is meant to be like a battery operated sort of sealer. So yeah, I'll let you know if it works or not. I don't know. I say gadgets sometimes, it's just really weird stuff. So I don't really need to open this one up. You know the umbrella food covers that you have, ours, one of them's in the bin, and the last one that we have is actually really sorry for itself. I say there's not a lot left to it, so I needed some of them, so I got 2 of those. And then the last thing that I got was just a grater, and that's actually, it's covered, which is really good, because I was going to be like, that's not actually that sharp, but yeah, that's more a case of peel it off, so I'm not going to at the minute. But yeah, just sort of when we have a pasta meal and you want to put a little bit of cheese on top, just a handheld one rather than getting out the big cheese grater all the time, I thought would be ideal. So I'm going to move this all around and I'll just lift it up so you can see it all just one last time. Okay, so I've moved it all about and I thought I'd just put it all out on the table and sort of show you a little bit better in case you couldn't see or hear me with the rustling that was going on. But yeah, this was everything that I managed to pick up from Temu. I got to be honest, from first impressions, I'm okay with what I've got. Yeah, I mean, I do think sometimes with kitchen things and pots and pans, you get what you pay for. Do you know what I mean? But for, like I said, for the reasons that I've got some of these things, it's more just a trial to see if we'll actually use them and get a benefit from them, as to whether we invest more money into them. But all of this, do you know what, prices on here confuse me a little bit, because I got to be honest, I don't think, I'm just going to pull back so you can see all of it in one go. So yeah, that was everything that I got. Now all of this was meant to cost £206.71, which I think is absolutely crazy. I don't know who made up these prices, but apparently with their own discounts on the website, that took off £146.22. So the price that I was meant to pay for all of these items was £60.49. But true to my page, I don't tend to buy things at a whim unless I've got an offer that I really think, do you know what, it might be worth doing. It's things that I want to get. Like I say, a lot of this is sort of stocking fillers and things that we actually need, and things that I think that I will get use out of, other than possibly the makeup, because I don't use it as much as I would like. But I actually had a discount code which was £30 off of a £60 spend. So in fact, I actually got all of this on the table here for £30.49, which, do you know what? I probably wouldn't spend any more on it than what I have. So I feel like that is not a bad price, to be honest. I say I definitely wouldn't be paying 60 odd pounds for it like it's meant to be. But I think with these websites, you don't use it unless you have a discount code. That might just be me being a little bit tight with my pennies. I don't know. It might be everybody else is the same, because I say they have discount codes on often enough. So I think if you add things into your basket, and then when you get an email with a discount code, just go on and buy them then. I wouldn't be paying £60 for all of this. But yeah, I'm rambling a little bit now, so I'm going to cut this video to an end. And I just really want to thank any of you that are still here actually watching, that have put up with me rambling for the last 30 odd minutes. So thank you so much. I say, if you could give a like or subscribe if you did enjoy and you're not a member on this channel, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye.